Today we're going to be working on statistics, and we're going to be looking at the measures of central tendency. Now the measures of central tendencies are just the mean, median, and mode, what I call the M&M club. Oftentimes we throw range in that as well, and we'll talk about that, but we're looking at only the mean, median, mode as the measures of central tendency. Okay, we're first going to take a look at the mean. Another word for mean is average. To find the average or do it formally, you take the sum of your data, in other words, add all your numbers up, and divide by the number of pieces of data you have. Yesterday in our activity in which we were talking about the mean mayor and leveling out your numbers in the households, you notice that we were leveling the households out. So that might now be a picture that you have in your brain or in your mind for mean. Mean means you're leveling out, taking from the ones that had more, giving to the ones that have less. So let's do an example. We're going to find the mean of this set of data. First, you have to sum the data or find the total, add all these numbers up, and especially since we're using calculators, you want to do that more than once to double check your total. Okay, here we're getting a total of 249. And what are we going to divide that by? 10. Okay, and you get 24 and 9/10. Now sometimes they may ask you to round to a certain place value, so just follow your directions. So our mean or our average was 24 and 9/10. Now to find the median, that's the middle number, kind of like the median on as you're driving down the road, the middle of the road. On a 4-lane highway, oftentimes it's a grassy area. In the city, it may be a big concrete block, but the median is what's in the middle. Now the only key to finding the median is you must first put your numbers or your data in numerical order. So let's do that. Okay, the lowest number that we have up here is 19. And I try to mark them off as I'm doing it. Then we have a 21, a 22, 25. Looks like 3 26s. 27, 28, and 29. And let me count my numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, looks like we're good. Okay, so now that I've put them in numerical order, the first thing is I must find the median or the middle number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, there are 10 sets of data. So I want to pick the one that's in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is there any one number in the middle? No. So I have to find the average or level out my middle two numbers, find the average or mean. So my median would be 26. Okay, our last measure of central tendency is the mode, which one occurs most often. Now that I have them arranged in order, it's easy to pick out if there is a mode. Which one occurs most often? It is 26. Good. Now you could have no mode. If I didn't have any numbers repeated more than once, then you don't consider there's a mode. Or you could have more than one mode if I have a couple of them that are listed maybe 3 times. You could have possibly more than one mode. And the last piece of information we're going to look at is our range. The range is the difference between the highest and the lowest pieces of data. So we have our highest being 29. And our lowest is 19. I find that difference, and it is 10. So our range is 10. Okay, here's one for you to try. Find the mean, the median, the mode, and the range of this set of. Okay, to find the mean, you have to get your totals. When you add them all together, what did you get? You got 37. Okay, and I divide by however many pieces of data I have. Well, it looks like I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pieces of data. 37 divided by 10 is 3 7/10. So that's your average or your mean. Okay, for the median, what do I need to do with the numbers? All right, put them in order. So what's the smallest? Looks like 2.2. What's next? 2.6. Then 2 8/10. Okay, look for your 3s. 3 5/10 looks like comes first, and then 3 7/10. And your 4s, 4 1/10, 4 2/10. I have 2 4 5/10, and the 4 9/10. About to run out of room there. Okay, so we find the middle number. I had 10 pieces of data, so it should be about the fifth one. 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, is there one number, because there's an even number of pieces of data, is there one number that I can pick out? No. So you have to find the average or the mean of those two middle numbers. So it's 3 7/10 plus 4 1/10, and then divide that by 2, and I get about 3 9/10 is the middle, or the median. Okay, what's my mode? Which one occurs most often? The only one that's occurring more than once is 4 5/10. That's correct. And your range. That's your difference between your highest number and your lowest number, which 4 9/10 minus 2 2/10 gives you what? Good, 2 7/10. Okay, so we have found not only our measures of center, the mean, median, and mode, but we've also found the range of this set of data. Are there any questions? Okay, before we go on, I want to show you another example in which we have, in this case, an odd set of pieces of data. In all the other examples, we have had an even set of pieces of data. So let's take a look at finding the mean. Okay, find your total, add it up. Let's see what you get. Okay, you get 108. Thumbs up if you agree with that. Okay, what am I going to divide that by? Okay, divide it by 9. And calculate that and check with your partner. Thumbs up if you agree with your partner. Okay, what are you coming up with? 12. Very good. Okay, so your mean is 12. Does that look like it would be appropriate to say that the average of this set of data would be 12? Sure does. All right, now let's try the median. The median is the middle number, so I must put them in order first. We'll start with 6, 7, 9, looks like. And I have 11, 13, 13. Okay, then 14, 16, 19. Okay, what's going to be my middle number? Okay, I count 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, is there one right in the middle this time? Yes, there is. So the median is 13. My mode. Turn and tell your partner, what is mode? Okay, it's the one that occurs most often. Just one? Yes, it's 13. And the range. Difference between the highest and lowest, 19 minus 6 is 13. So I have a range of 13. Okay, so just be careful if you have an odd set of data, there will be one number right in the middle, which will be your median. But if you have an even set of pieces of data, then you'll have to find the average or the mean of your middle two numbers. Okay, now I think that concludes our lesson on measures of central tendency and range.